The tape. Yikes. This episode from the amazing world of Gumball sucks. The episode begins with Darwin trying to perform an intro for the home movie. He constantly messes up his line by saying his name wrong, saying film instead of film, and forgetting his line altogether. Gumball insists it is not hard and tries to do it in his place, but ends up pulling several muscles while trying to spin the chair around. Darwin finally says his line correctly, but unfortunately, Gumball fails to record it, much to their despair. Gumball introduces his family and friends, and welcomes the audience to the amazing world of Fab before giving up and leaving when he believes nobody would watch it. In this first segment, at the Watterson household, the bus gelatinous Richard is in his natural habitat, the sofa, sheltering himself from responsibility. Just then, the kick-buttus hystericus, Nicole, comes home from the supermarket, or as Gumball puts it, a successful hunt. The bus sneaks up on the kick-buttus to scavenge for food, and when a chicken is pulled out he goes for it. The two fight and the bus wins by using its defense mechanism, farting. As the fight carries on upstairs, the groceries are ransacked by the Rantas Decepticus, and as next, Carrie talks directly to the audience and tells them to focus carefully in order for a 3D without glasses effect to work. Carrie then jump scares the audience and happily laughs about it. Gumball and Darwin spend the day following Ocho around. They notice he is able to use the Konami code to summon a block above him. When he hits the block with his head, $1 comes out, which he then uses to buy a candy bar. Gumball tries to hit the block with his head but only passes out as the block falls on him. Next, Ocho uses the cheat code to cheat on a test in Miss Simeon's class. He then uses the cheat to outrun everybody out on the running track. Gumball believes he has figured out the code and uses it on the basketball court, but the attempt fails as Gumball literally glitches out while trying to summon a tank, pleading Darwin to call an ambulance. Tobias then gives lessons on how to be cool. The first lesson is lifting weights to get dates. Tobias himself struggles to do this as the camera jump cuts to Tobias lifting a single minuscule weight. The next lesson is that girls love cash, and Tobias makes it rain by literally throwing money at Carmen, Sarah, and Masami. Now Tobias has the looks and the fliff and gives an example of his lady charming skills. He demonstrates by trying a pick-up line on Masami, asking her for a quarter because he told his mom he would call her when he fell in love. Masami takes this literally and hands him her cell phone. Tobias then awkwardly calls his mom to pick him up because of the embarrassment, then walks away in shame. Gumball and Darwin make some commercials, the first one for CRA tilde diuresis Mediherg, a pimple-inducing formula with fridge mold and ham sweat. The next is for Baby Aeneas, the living baby doll. When an angry Aeneas begins to attack, they change the product to the Annihilator with realistic kung fu karate chop action. Darwin refuses to hurt himself for the sake of entertainment, so Gumball just asks him to act cute. When Gumball thinks he can do better, Darwin breaks out a cute combo attack. The cuteness is so strong it causes Gumball to pass out and spew rainbows. Darwin takes control of the next segment, pondering the mystery of spheres orbiting spheres with his conspiracy theory that involves infinity and peanuts. Unfortunately, he is unable to make any sort of point as Gumball sabotages everything with the return of the Annihilator. In Ninja George 2, the final segment, Ninja George, played by Gumball, is convinced by the Colonel, played by Darwin, to defeat evil, even though Ninja George promised he would never raise his fists again. But when he is told that his sister, Ninja Georgina, is in trouble, he must come out of retirement one last time. After training, Ninja George goes on an adventure, where he defeats a giant, a dragon, and falls in love with a beautiful woman, whom he has to defeat because he is not emotionally ready. Ninja George arrives at the temple of Dr. Downer only to shockingly discover that the Colonel was Dr. Downer all this time. The two battle it out, but Darwin accidentally hits Gumball in the face and he starts crying, causing Darwin to do so also. The two come up with a better ending where Ninja George and Dr. Downer put their differences aside and apologize. While trying to eject the tape, Gumball accidentally deletes the entire thing, and the episode ends. I have nothing to say, so let's just end the rant.